Hi, everybody. It's Sherry Sutton, and I am your marketing mentor. So, I had the opportunity last week to present to the big Believe, Inspire, Grow group. It's an amazing, amazing group of female entrepreneurs, and I was blessed enough to present to them my top 10 tips for social media. So a lot of you asked me if you weren't able to make it or whatever, if there's a recording of it. We didn't do a recording of it, but I thought I would go through the top 10 tips. I'll do one every day for the next couple days so I don't bore you and you don't have to watch this for too long. But let's dive right in. So I'm going to do tip number 1, which is pick a platform. I'm going to share my screen. I haven't done this before on here. Okay, there we are. Woo! Technology. All right. My first tip is to pick one platform. Here's why. You're an entrepreneur. You just started a business. You got a million other things to do, and you have to do the laundry and pick up the kids and whatever else, right? You just often don't have time to be on, 6 different social platforms or whatever, right? So here's my advice especially when you're first starting your business, is to pick one platform and do it really, really well. Now, the top 3 platforms in social media are still Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So I'm going to talk about each of these and what's good about each, and I'm going to share some research. I didn't do the research. I'm finding it from other places. If you're interested in the sources, let me know. I've got that for you. But yeah, just pick one, maybe 2. The nice thing about Facebook and Instagram is they're actually owned by the same company. And so if you put something on Instagram, you can automatically share it on your Facebook page. And so that's really nice because you kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone, right? So again, you can't be everywhere. Pick one platform, do it really, really well. Once you get the revenue coming in, then you can hire somebody to help you go on other platforms, or an assistant that helps you do other things so that you can go on multiple platforms. And there are some ways that we can do that, but you really need to just get really, really good on one platform. So how do you choose which platform? Let's go to the next slide. There we go. Okay, so here's a comparison of the top 3 platforms. I know there's a ton of other platforms, right? There's TikTok and, there's all sorts of other ones that are coming up all the time, and they're great. And yes, people are making money on them, but if you only can choose one, go to the one with the most people. I don't have any really good research yet on exactly who's on TikTok or who's on some of these other platforms, but this is what the research shows so far. So my advice is, if you're going to pick one platform to start with, pick one of these 3. Okay, so your first one is Facebook. So Facebook is great because it's got a lot of users, right? So 69% of the people surveyed for this particular survey said that they had a Facebook account and they were active on the platform. It has users across all household income tiers. So you're going to find people who are making everywhere from $18,000 a year all the way up to, $300,000 a year and up, and they're all on Facebook. The great thing about Facebook is the ability to have community pages. And that's something that you can't do on Instagram or some of the other social platforms, at least not as eloquently as you can on Facebook. So that's one of the really nice aspects of Facebook. If you are trying to develop a community, Facebook is the place to go because you're able to create those specific pages for that. Also, the great thing about Facebook is there are many different visual formats that are supported, and that's starting to be true really of all the other platforms. But if you think about, we'll talk about YouTube in a second, you think about YouTube's video only, right? So you have to only do video, where with Facebook, you can do text, you can do photos, you can do videos, right? There's lots of different things you can do on Facebook. The second platform is Instagram. So Instagram has a lower number of users. So only 37% of people who are surveyed said that they use Instagram. Again, Instagram has people across all household income tiers. But the interesting thing about Instagram is it tends to be a 30 and under audience. I think this is changing, but this is the latest research, so that's what I'm going to present to you. So it tends to be a little bit of a younger audience. So if you're selling something that's, for 30 and under, Instagram may be the best place to go. If you're selling something maybe to folks a little bit older, say, late 40s to early 60s, Facebook is probably a better demographic for you and a better social platform for you. Let's talk about the third one. The third one's YouTube. YouTube actually has the most users of any of these of the people who were surveyed. So the people who were surveyed said that 73% of them have YouTube or are using YouTube. And it's users across all household income spectrums. However, the interesting thing about YouTube is that it actually scales towards the higher end. So you'll find more people on YouTube that are making $75,000 and up. So if you are, let's say, selling a product that's really great on video but is a little bit maybe more expensive, and you're going to need to have that demographic that's $75,000 or above, then YouTube might be the place for you to really focus. Videos, and I'm going to talk about this later in the presentation, so I'll present it here in a couple days, but videos have a significantly higher success rate than just photos alone or just text alone. So I can't remember the numbers right off the top of my head, but it's significant, the number of people who will click on a video versus just text and a photo. So YouTube, that's why YouTube's so powerful. That's why you see 73% of people who are surveyed are on YouTube, because video is such a compelling medium for people. And YouTube is that under 50 audience. So again, if you're selling, let's say, to people who are 50 and over, really Facebook's the only place where you're going to find those people from a social perspective. Instagram, 30 and under. Let's say you've got people in between, you want to talk to people in their 40s, then really any of these, Facebook actually or YouTube, are great options for you. But again, the most important thing is to pick one platform, especially in the beginning. I know it's hard to focus. I know it's hard. You don't want to be everywhere. You want to be doing everything for your business. But I promise you the best thing you can do is find one platform, find one great product, and market the heck out of it and do really well at it. Again, I'm Sherry Sutton. I'm your marketing mentor. If you have any questions, you can find me at sherrysutton.com. Talk to you soon. Have a great day.